Good morning, children. Welcome back. In our last session, when I had given you the introduction to the lesson heat, we had discussed what is heat, what is temperature, and we also discussed the arrangement of molecules in solid, liquids and gases. Just a quick recap, children. What is heat? Heat is a form of energy which is transferred from one body to another due to temperature difference in them. Then we have to remember, children, that heat is always transferred from the hot body to a cold body. Then temperature was the degree of hotness or coldness of a substance is called as its temperature. Now children, one example if I give you, if I pour hot coffee in a cup and keep it outside for a while. Gradually after 10 or 12 minutes, what will happen? The coffee will become cold. So what has happened? The coffee has transferred its heat to the surrounding air and the surrounding air became warm. Now if you take few cubes of ice, what will happen to them if we keep it outside the refrigerator or if we heat them? Due to heat energy, it will absorb from the surrounding air and it will become heat. It will get heated up and it will melt and the surrounding air will become cold. So what is happening, children, here? The transfer of heat is taking place. So today we are going to discuss transfer of heat. There are three methods by which transfer of heat takes place. First is conduction. It takes place in solids. Then convection in liquids and gases, and then there is radiation, for which no medium is required. Okay, we will discuss each one in detail, each method of transfer of mode in detail. Firstly, we will discuss conduction. Now what is conduction, children? Conduction is a mode of transfer of heat energy from the hot molecules or from the hot end to the colder end by the molecules without changing its original position. This I will explain you with example also, children. What is the meaning of this definition? For example, in class, if a girl is sitting on the 5th row, I ask her to please pass me her book. What she will do? She will give her book to the girl in the 4th row. 4th row girl will give it to the one in the 3rd row. 3rd row one will give it to the girl in the 2nd row. 2nd row one will give it to the girl in the 1st row, and ultimately the book will reach me. Okay. So what has happened? Without changing her position, the girl has given me her book. So similarly, in conduction, what happens? Without changing the position, the molecules transfer the heat energy from hot end towards the cold end. This I will explain you, children, with the help of one experiment also. See, here suppose I have a stand to which I have attached a iron rod, and these are the, I have clamped wax at equal distance. Here I am putting a candle and I am burning this iron rod. So according to you, children, which wax? See, we can number the wax. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is A end of the rod and this is the B end of the rod. According to you, which wax will melt first? Wax number 1. Why? Because it is near the flame. So this part will be heated first and then it will be transferred here. So this will melt first. Then this will melt first, number 2. Then number 3. Then number 4. So with this experiment we can say that heat travels from hot end towards the colder end. That means from end A to end B. This is conduction. I hope the definition which I gave you, it is a mode of transfer of heat in which the heat travels from hot end to the cold end by the molecules without changing its position. This also, and that classroom examples also I had given you. So I hope conduction is clear to you. Children, I want to explain all this in one lecture so that you understand the difference between the three. Now next is convection. What happens in convection, children? Suppose here is a beaker in which I have water, and here is a flame. This is a stove or a burner. I am heating this liquid or water. Okay, take example of water. So what will happen? The layer of molecules which is closest to the burner will get heated first. So in the presence of gravity, what will happen? This layer will become lighter and it will rise up. As it will rise up, the cool water will come down. It will come and take its place. Then this water will be closest to the burner. Then this layer will be heated up, and then again it will become lighter and it will go up. Then this cool water will come down, and ultimately this cycle is repeated and the whole volume of water is heated up. This is convection. Now based on this analogy that I explained you, we can say, if I ask the girl sitting in the 5th row to give me her book, what she will do? She will, instead of passing, she will herself get up and come to me and give me the book. So what is happening here? She herself is getting up. She is not transferring the book. She herself is getting up and giving me the book. So in convection also, how do we define convection? It is a mode of transfer of heat energy in which the molecules themselves carry that energy and pass it from hot end towards the colder end. Again I will repeat what happens in convection. No transfer of energy takes place from one molecule to other. In this, the molecules themselves carry the heat energy from hot end towards the colder end in liquids and gases. Based on this convection, children, we have land breeze and sea breeze that we will discuss later. Now I want to discuss with you radiation also, so that you understand all the three modes of transfer of heat energy clearly. Next is radiation. What happens in radiation? See now, sunlight, we receive sunlight. Okay, we can also feel the warmth of the sun. But how it reaches us? Isn't it? There is a layer of empty space between the earth and the sun. There is no medium. So conduction and convection cannot take place. So how does the heat energy from the sun reaches us? It reaches us, what happens? The energy particles of photons are transmitted by sun, and it is absorbed. This heat energy is absorbed by the earth's surface, and we feel the warmth of the sun. In other words, what sun is doing? Sun is just throwing the emitting heat energy which is being captured or absorbed by the earth, and this we can feel the warmth of the sun. This can be explained how, that if I am asking the same child for the book, she is throwing the book at me. Actually, it is not expected of you to throw the book at teacher, but just to explain you conduction, convection and radiation, how it takes place. Okay, so in radiation, the child is just throwing the book at me. No, neither she is carrying herself the book, nor is she passing it to me. So this is radiation. I hope, children, you have understood conduction, convection and radiation. In radiation, no medium is required. Okay, so conduction, since there is no medium, conduction and convection cannot take place. In our next class, children, we will discuss sea breeze, land breeze and applications of radiation also. Thank you and God bless.